Muskegon, Michigan, this is Tiger Talks Wrestling.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tiger Talks Wrestling. I am your host, Tony, and joining me as of right now is Busta Boy. Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Not a problem. Good to have you in here. Big fan, I know you are, of a lot of backyard wrestling. Not that we're here for backyard wrestling today, but wrestling in general, of course.
Oh, heck yeah. I'm a huge fan. You have to excuse me a little bit, tad bit nervous. It's my first time ever being on this show, man. It's cool.
Not a problem. Won't be the last, that's for sure. But anyway, we are here today for our NXT Takeover New Orleans and WrestleMania prediction shows. Got a couple more people who might jump in. We'll see what happens, if they get a chance to or not.
I hope so. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. I got my Daniel Bryan shirt on here today. Just a little support for EB.
Oh, yeah. D-Bryan. Part of the Yes movement.
Of course. Have to be.
That's the true biggest little man right there. He's really come a long way.
Very true.
That guy started just literally digging for scraps in not even known companies, and now look at him. He is the biggest inspiration for a lot of dreams for a lot of people.
Very true. Very true. All right, so we're gonna jump right in. Let's start off with our NXT Takeover New Orleans predictions here. The first match, I honestly haven't really watched NXT a whole lot. I do, as I was talking with Jason Atlas yesterday, do a lot of reading the spoilers, and then I'll catch the takeovers live, but
I
once in a while.
Guilty of that. I catch the highlights sometimes, but
yeah, me too. But still, I know enough about the matches to go over them. So
same.
Let's start first with the Triple Threat Tag Team match, Dusty Rhodes Classic Finals, which is also going to be for the NXT Tag Team Championships. We got Roderick Strong teaming up with the United Kingdom champion Pete Dunne against the Authors of Pain and Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly of the Undisputed Era.
That's going to be a good one. That's going to be a really good one. If I learned anything from the War Games, is that anything is possible in NXT. Anything can go in NXT, especially when it comes to the tag team division.
True.
So, you can go first if you want to.
Nah, either way, it doesn't matter to me. I think it's going to be an awesome match. All six of these guys are going to tear into each other, I'm sure. It just seems odd to see Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne as a tag team. Let me start off by mentioning that.
I said, what took them so long?
Sure.
Those guys tore it down for that United Kingdom Championship.
That they did. I did see that. That was an amazing match. So first of all, I'm going to eliminate Authors of Pain from the equation because I really don't think they're going to win back the tag team titles. I think they're going to be called up to the main roster not long after WrestleMania. So to me, it's hard to decide, but I'm kind of thinking Strong and Dunne might actually take the tag team titles in this one.
Yeah, I look at it this way: if Finn Balor and Samoa Joe can win it, and they were arch enemies at the time,
right?
Bear in mind, at the time they were arch enemies. I think that Pete Dunne and Strong could do it again because those two have so much hatred towards each other because they're so damn good.
Right.
But they mesh so well because of their hatred and they want to compete against each other so bad. It's like each one of them want to prove, hey, I'm the United Kingdom champion for a reason. And Roderick Strong wants to prove I'm the challenger for a reason, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Not to take anything away from Cole and O'Reilly, but with Bobby Fish going down with that injury, I don't really think they're going to keep the Undisputed Era as tag team champions. But they could. You never know.
Yeah, I think if they lose the belts, which I think they will lose the belts, we will have a new champion. I think it will definitely be Dunne and Strong taking the tag team titles because, like you said, there's no way Adam Cole could do double duty. You know what I mean? I mean, he's good, but he's not that good. You know?
Right.
He can't. It's impossible odds, man. Realistically speaking, that's just begging for an injury.
Right. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. All right. If we get the other couple guys in here, we'll get their predictions. Might go back and get them. We'll see if they want to or not. But we'll move on to the next match. I'm going to jump into the NXT Women's Championship match. We got, of course, 1/4 of the UFC's 4 horsewomen, Shayna Baszler, going against Ember Moon for the NXT Women's title. Go ahead and take this one first.
Ooh. Actually, I'm going to surprise you with this one. There is a really heavy rumor. I'm going to make a prediction as well on top of it. I think that Ember Moon is going to get called up as well. You know what I mean? I think she's going to get called up. So I predict that Ember Moon is going to lose the Women's Championship because she's getting called up.
I'll agree with you on that. I'm expecting Shayna Baszler to get the win. She came close to taking it at the last takeover. The only reason she didn't was pretty much she caught up with herself in the end. Cost herself the match in the long run. So I think she learned from her mistake and she'll take it. And like you said, I think Ember Moon's going to go up to the main roster as well.
Yeah, I mean, Ember Moon's hella good. I'm going to tell you this right now. Besides Asuka, which I'll get into that in a little bit later, I want to say Ember Moon, one of my all-time favorite new generation females. She came so close to beating Asuka and ending that streak.
Multiple occasions.
I personally, I thought she should have won. I really thought she should have won. Streak's over, pretty much. That's the way I look at it. She should have won that match, bar none. It was a hella good match. I'm not taking anything away from Asuka, but she should have won that match.
Right, I agree. Could talk for days on how much of a Ember Moon is. So.
Oh yeah, I followed her for a long time. I followed her since Reality of Wrestling. So yeah, I'm very familiar with her.
Let's move into the 6-man ladder match to crown the first ever North American champion. You got EC3, Adam Cole, the Velveteen Dream, Ricochet, Lars Sullivan, and Killian Dane.
Okay. You want to take this one?
Sure, why not? I think it's going to be an awesome match because all ladder matches like that usually are. But did you see the pictures of that new title?
Oh, yeah, dude. It looks so nice. Whoever has that is going to be one lucky SOB because I'm jealous. I'll tell you right now, I'm jealous. Right? That looks better than the main roster titles. What?
Oh, yeah, it does. It does. I mean,
Universal title with this ugly-ass red. What the heck is that? What are you doing?
I mean, it's about time they get a secondary title really in NXT because they've got so much talent there. Yes, some of it isn't quite as good as others, but still, they needed a secondary title for the longest time.
That's going to motivate a lot more people to try harder.
Yeah,
well.
I agree. So, for this, I'm kind of thinking it's going to come down to two of them I don't think have a chance in hell really of winning. That's Lars Sullivan and Killian Dane. I really don't see either one of them.
They want to tear each other apart. They don't give a damn about the match. They want to hurt each other.
I mean, it's unusual to see two big men like that really in a ladder match for that matter, but I can just imagine the type of damage that they'll inflict with ladders for that matter as well. So
they're just damage dealers. That's all they're there for.
Pretty much. I know a lot of people are going to have been and will be picking Velveteen Dream to win this, but I'm not really sold on Velveteen Dream being the champion right off the bat. I honestly wouldn't be surprised to see one of the two new guys end up winning this match. Ricochet or EC3, to be honest, or Adam Cole even. I think those three. I think it'll come down to one of those three winning it. My pick, though, if I have to choose somebody, so tough. I kind of want to go with EC3, but I think I'm going to go with Ricochet. I think Ricochet is going to take the title.
All right, you see, that's where me and you are at opposite ends this time. See, I don't think that, again, Killian Dane, Lars Sullivan, nah, forget them. They're not even in this. But I really don't think that Velveteen Dream is the odds-on favorite to win. I think Ricochet is the odds-on favorite to win because he's going in there with a lot of hype. You know what I mean? And I knew EC3 was going to lose his Feast or Fired match in TNA, but I'm not even going to talk about that. But he's still new. You know, I don't think he's quite going to take it. If he does, I'm going to be surprised. But I think Velveteen Dream is going to somehow, some way, find a way to win. He's going to be the brunt of a lot of damage, but I think he's going to find a way to win.
Oh, yeah? Is that what you think,
Mm-hmm.
motherfucker?
What's up?
That's what I think. Welcome to the show, Darkside.
How's it going, guys?
Oh, nothing much.
Pretty good. How you doing?
I'm all right.
Eh.
Am I right side up or upside down? You guys are kind of crooked. Am I the right way?
You're sideways, though.
I'm sideways. All right, yeah. So it's
Pull the Paul Wall. You're sitting sideways.
all right.
Okay.
Let me fix that shit.
Go for it, man.
Oh shit! And I got a low battery. Damn, I came into this shit all fucked up. Hold on a second.
Wouldn't expect anything less, really.
Shame on you, Dark Side. Come in here unprepared.
Yeah, man. It was a long day.
I feel you.
Fuck is this USB port?
Once you get things situated, we'll get your predictions for the first 3 matches that we went over for Takeover real quick.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second.
Yep.
Oh shit, Jimmy Rick with a rubber band. Oh. All right.
Much better. Alright, we got you now. Right side up now. Alright, so that first match we went over was the triple threat match that's going to be the finals of the Dusty Rhodes Classic for the NXT Tag Team titles. Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne facing the Authors of Pain against Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly, who are the defending champions. Originally,
I'm sorry, what?
Originally, that was supposed to be Bobby Fish in there with Kyle O'Reilly, but he ended up getting injured on a house show about a month ago.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I do like Authors of Pain, but I do think that they're going to be called up soon. So, just based on that knowledge, yeah, it's their time to get called up. And I can't wait to see that because I think they're a cool tag team. I like Paul Ellering. I think it's just a cool vibe. So, yeah, I like Authors of Pain, but they're losing. That's for sure.
Hey. So you think Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne are going to take the titles, or you think Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole are going to retain the thing?
I guess Kyle O'Reilly and who the fuck? Pete Dunne?
No,
O'Reilly
Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly.
O'Reilly and Cole?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Yo, I'll be honest. I don't watch a lot of NXT, so I don't really know what the fuck I'm talking about.
That's all good.
It's okay. I catch the highlights, so.
Yeah, man. I think the last episode of NXT I actually watched was like probably a year ago, at least.
Yeah.
I was that same way until that Neville and Sami Zayn match. Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I watched it back then, but I don't have the fucking time, man. I don't even watch Raw or Smackdown anymore, to be honest with you. So.
Yeah. Me either. I catch highlights, so.
Yeah.
Isn't really. Yeah, I got a lot to say about that, but I will leave that alone.
Yeah, man. It's the same old shit, in my opinion, but.
Most part.
It is what it is.
They got some really good talent, some of it, but yeah, I'll get into that later.
Yeah.
Right.
I got a lot to say, trust me, but I'll get into that later.
So the next match we went into is Shayna Baszler facing Ember Moon for the Women's Championship.
Another situation where I already think I know the results based on somebody getting called up, but you never know. But right. I think Ember Moon will probably lose and get called up.
That was our consensus, too. So the last match we were just talking about is the 6-man ladder match, the kind of new North American champion. Got EC3, Adam Cole, Velveteen Dream, Ricochet, Lars Sullivan, and Killian Daly.
I think either Ricochet or EC3 he will and should win. That would be cool. But I think Ricochet will probably win.
Yeah, that's what I said too. I got Ricochet. I think it'll come down to either him or EC3.
Yeah. But actually, let me change that to EC3. I don't know. I'm 50-50 on it.
Right? I hear
Or
you.
you can just be safe and say you're 33 and a third.
There's nobody else that I think will win, to be honest with you. I think it's either going to be one of those two guys.
It's a pick. And a lot of people are thinking that Velveteen Dream should win, from what I've heard. But
He's been on
No,
a tear.
that would be cool too, but I don't think that they're going to go in that direction.
yeah, I don't think so either. We'll see. Then the next match we go into, Johnny Gargano going one-on-one with Tommaso Ciampa in an
Ooh.
unsanctioned match. Dexter, why don't you take this one first?
Well, just based on what I've seen from those two guys in the past, I know this one will fucking be good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know who to take. I mean, shit. Yeah, I really don't even care. Like it's I just know it's gonna be a war. It's gonna be a great match.
Yes.
I'll take Ciampa. Just fucking flip of the coin. Just fucking. But I really don't care. I just know it's gonna be a sick match.
Right? Yeah, Blake, go ahead.
Honestly, based upon history with unsanctioned matches, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's only been one case where the face won, and that was Shawn Michaels and Triple H. Ever since then, they've always went with the heel. So that is why on that, because there's a rumor that Gargano's getting called up, which would be amazing if he gets called up, just saying. But based on that, logic would tell me, which 95% of the time it's always wrong, but I'll go with it. I'm just going to say that Ciampa is going to win this one. Because everyone's behind Johnny Wrestling, and this would be a perfect time for not Gargano, but Ciampa to get heat. This would be perfect, because why not put him down for good and end his career in NXT? People would lose their shit.
I agree with that, but I'm going to go with Johnny Gargano getting the win here, because I think he could use the win going up to the main roster. Because we haven't seen him get any takeover wins really since the end of DIY. So maybe one or two with that. But
if I'm with Darkseid on this one, it's going to be a hell of a fight.
Oh yes,
we may see blood. We may see blood from both of them for sure. We may actually see blood. I just hope that people have enough left in them.
Yeah, I doubt that though. Not in today's world. I read that one of the things, one of the rules, the New Orleans rules, was definitely no blading. But you know how it is nowadays. Like if there's any sight of one drop of fucking blood, they stop the fucking match and they get the ref to pick the dude up.
Yeah, they do
That's
that.
the most ridiculous shit I ever seen, man. I hate that shit.
Now I can't stand that rule either. I mean, hell, I know you heard that little thing that happened with Lesnar and Orton when he busted him open with his elbow. Yeah, they got in trouble for that. And I think they got in major trouble for that, which that was the perfect way to go about that match. And I don't understand why the hell they got in trouble for that, but it is what it is.
Yep. Let's move into the main event of TakeOver. You got Aleister Black going one-on-one with Andrade Cien Almas for the NXT Championship. I'll start off with this one. Let's first mention that this is a rematch, actually, from a year ago at TakeOver WrestleMania time last year. These two actually faced, I believe, in the opening contest of the show. And now they're going to take it out this year.
Yep, and Black won that one, if I'm not mistaken.
He did.
That was a hell of a match, too. That was an excellent match.
Oh, yeah. That was sick. I remember that one.
That kick that Andrade took was a nasty kick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, dude, that dude has to be knocked out from that kick, man. It has to.
All right. Yeah, I think this year is going to end the same way. I think Aleister Black's going to walk out as the new NXT champion, and then Almas will probably get called up to the main roster as well, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yep, I can agree with that.
I'm actually going to I'm actually going to be the oddball in here because I like doing this. I like being the oddball in. I'm actually going to say this. One, the loser of this match, either way, is going to get called up. If Black loses, he's getting called up. If Andrade loses, he's getting called up. But I was going to say Andrade is going to win, but I'm thinking that Black's going to win. I'm really thinking that Aleister Black is going to finally capture that gold because he's been through a lot to get to that. He's been screwed over time and time again when it comes to that belt. He's been screwed over a lot. I think he got screwed over by Sanity. I think it was. And one of those, but either way, I'm thinking that Black's going to take the belt, and Andrade is going to get called up. He's been screwed over a lot.
Yes.
I think he got screwed over by Sanity. I think it was.
Was it Insanity or was it the Undisputed Era?
Black's going to take the belt, and Andrade is going to get called up.
Sorry, that's me. Yeah, I definitely agree that I think there's going to be a call-up at least for whoever doesn't win the match, but I still think it's going to be Black to get his chance to shine as NXT champion for a while before he'll get called up.
I can picture Black. With that because I've been a huge fan of him since in the UK with his match with Neville. So I can't wait to see that.
Right. That was an awesome match that they had last January, for sure. Now, that's pretty much it for NXT. Any other predictions or anything you guys want to say about NXT Takeover before we move into WrestleMania?
No, nothing for me.
I need to watch more of it again.
Yeah.
I need to watch more. I really need to watch some more of it because NXT is getting better than the main roster stuff nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, how can 1 hour show, right, do better than a 3 hour show? In words of the Hurricane, what's up with that?
Exactly.
Yeah,
That was a time for that.
I would agree with you on there. All right. I'm just going to post this link here on Twitter, try to get some people in because got one person watching at the moment. Been in and out, I think. And before we move into the WrestleMania main card anyways, I want to get this posted out there. But we'll move into the kickoff show first. Let's start.
I like to call that the place to sleep.
I'll be watching, but that's because I watch everything.
I'll watch it too. Probably
Let's
when
start
we'll go over the bathroom break matches. I call them bathroom break matches.
Start with the women's WrestleMania Battle Royal.
Damn,
Whichever one you
that's on
want.
the pre-show?
That's on the kickoff show. Both Battle Royals are.
They should name that the after China, I think. But that's a whole nother can of worms.
Yeah, the China Doll Memorial Battle Royal.
Oh, Jesus.
I actually seen that Chris Jericho even suggested to Vince to name it the Sensational Battle Royal after Sensational Sherry. That would be
I saw that too.
Oh.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be
Anything,
awesome.
really.
But anything would have been better than just the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal.
Yeah. But I'm sure it'll get named that. They'll think of something eventually, I'm sure.
I just gotta say this about the WrestleMania Battle Royal. What were you thinking? That's all I gotta say.
Well, I kind of agree with them doing a women's battle royal because they want to get the women on the show too. But still, they haven't built up enough really to it.
Think of a better name though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's cool. I mean,
just the
I like the women's matches because the women's matches are better than the men's matches most of the time. You know, they had their first ever Iron Man match. Remember that match in NXT? They had the first Hell in a Cell match. Now they had their first Royal Rumble, which was awesome.
Women's Elimination Chamber.
Yes, that was a hell of a fight.
Right.
And now we got our first Battle Royal for females. That's great.
So who do we got? Who do you guys think is going to win it? Pretty much a pick 'em because you don't really know who all is going to be in it for one, but
I gotta think about that. I'll let you guys go first.
I'll take it
Maybe
first.
somebody from NXT getting called up. I don't know.
That could happen. I think it's going to come down to, personally myself, Sasha Banks and Bayley with all the things that have happened between them. I think Sasha is probably going to have a big hit. That's just my thought.
Yeah, it's probably a good call.
I think Bayley and Sasha Banks aren't going to really win it. I think they're both going to be so wrapped up in hurting each other, they're going to cost each other the belt. Cost each other the chance to win the Battle Royal. I think someone else might take it. I think someone from NXT might take it. That'd be perfect. You know what I mean? What perfect chance to let someone from NXT shine. And then somebody might say, hey, guess what? We're on the main roster anyway, so let's just give them a platform.
Right.
And Bayley and Sasha Banks, how I would play it, could eliminate each other at the same time and just fight on the outside.
It could. We'll see. I know I heard some people saying they thought the Iconic Duo would be a good call-up from NXT to be in the Battle Royal.
Yeah, I've been waiting for them to get called up.
Right? You haven't really seen them on NXT, I don't think, lately either. So.
Right, yeah. It's been a while. I know I've I've looked in like every now and then on NXT, and I haven't seen anything, about them or anything like that in months, honestly.
Billy Kane, Peyton Royce. I have seen a couple of their matches. Now, when I first seen them, I thought they were like
on commentary.
Yeah, when I first saw them. What now?
What's that?
What?
That's what I was saying.
I said I haven't. From when I first seen Billy Kane, Peyton Royce, I thought, oh my God, we got ourselves another Bella Twins. Oh my God, from Australia, Australian version of Nikki and Brie. What are these dorks gonna do? But then I saw them actually wrestle, and they're very talented individuals. They are. A lot of people sleep on them. If you notice, they get so much crap, but very few people are like, hey, I like Billy Kane, Peyton Royce. That's why I think they'll be perfect when they get that call up. I think they'll be perfect.
I honestly think Peyton Royce is a better wrestler of the two, but that's me. All right. So let's move into the second of the three kickoff matches. The other Battle Royal, the Under the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Wow. I may as well just pull a rabbit out of the hat here.
Pretty much.
If Mojo Rawley can win it last year, which we see where that went.
Nowhere.
Absolutely nowhere. Like, the closest thing he ever got to doing anything was betraying Zack Ryder. Whoop-de-doo, want a cookie? You're like the 50 millionth person to do that. The freaking Becky Lynch of jobbers. There you go. Everyone betrays him. So that's what they do with Becky Lynch. Like, everyone betray her. She's a nice girl. So it's like, betray her. So I'm just gonna pick someone. I don't know. I'm gonna pick Dolph. Why not? Just throw him out there. Pick Dolph Ziggler.
All right. Want to go ahead with pick Dark Side?
I didn't know this was being moved to the pre-show, but I thought that it was going to be Goldberg the whole time that was going to be winning it. So I'm still going to go with Goldberg, but yeah, I don't think that they would do that on the pre-show. But who knows?
You never know. I mean, with the Andre the Giant documentary that's going to be airing on HBO next Tuesday, you got to do something big with whoever
for sure.
Whatever happens afterwards. But I'm going to say if Goldberg's in it, I agree. He's gonna win. If Goldberg's not in it, then I think Matt Hardy.
Woken Matt. I didn't even realize he was in that Battle Royal.
He is in there.
So he's gonna delete them.
Hell yeah.
I'm really liking his broken gimmick. I really absolutely find that whole gimmick. I loved it in NXT. I mean, not NXT, but TNA. May as well be NXT. I loved it in TNA. That was one of the reasons why I watched TNA again, and I love it here. I'm glad he got the rights to his gimmick. I'm really glad he got it.
Right? All right. So then the last match on the kickoff show, which I don't think this should be on the kickoff show at all. I don't really agree with it at all, but you got the finals of the Cruiserweight Championship tournament between Mustafa Ali and Cedric Alexander.
Why? Why do you do this to the Cruiserweight division?
Right?
You're so, oh my God, WWE is so contradictive. Why do you do this? I actually agree with Meltzer when he said this best. You put them in a glass ceiling, and you got to shatter that glass ceiling somehow. Putting them on the pre-show is not how you're going to shatter that glass ceiling.
Right?
And those two are going to, everyone's going to miss a really good showing by these two. Because this is going to be a hell of a fight. It's going to be a physical fight. It's going to be fast. It's going to be high octane. It's going to be everything that Cruiserweight division needs. But in the end of the day, I think that Cedric Alexander is going to win that belt. He's been through a lot to get to that belt. I think he's been betrayed a couple of times. I'm not too familiar with 205. I'm kind of familiar with it. I dabbled with it every once in a while, but I do know who Cedric Alexander is, and I do know he deserves that belt. And if he doesn't win, I will be happy. If he wins, I'll be happy. So,
all right. Now, I'll make a case. Either one of these two could be good or very good Cruiserweight champions, in my opinion. But I do agree. I think it's Cedric's time. He's come so close in matches against Enzo that he should have won some of those matches, in my opinion, or at least one of them. But I just think it's his time to be Cruiserweight champion and see if he can run with it. However, on the other side, Cedric is my pick, but on the other side, it could be interesting to see what they would do with Mustafa Ali as well.
please don't bury Mustafa.
Yeah, I don't think they'll do that.
He is too talented. That motherfucker should be on. He should not be on 205. He should be like on Smackdown or something. This guy is too damn good for 205. I'm serious about that. He is too good. I mean, watch a Mustafa Ali match. Watch his match he did with Rich Swann, and that will show you 100% why he doesn't need to be on 205, because that guy is too damn good.
All right. Any prediction from you on this one, Darkseid?
Well, to be honest, I don't watch a lot of 205 Live either. So I don't even, I mean, I've seen, all the stuff from Cedric. Well, not all the stuff, but I've seen Cedric Alexander. So I'm going to pick him. But, yeah, I guess Mustafa Ali would be pretty good either way. It doesn't really matter.
All right. That's
I got a little confession to make. I didn't know who half those guys were until I watched the Cruiserweight Classics. I didn't know who those guys were at all. But I was quite curious to see who they were.
That tournament was pretty sick. And then, afterwards they kind of just watered it down. And, I don't know, it just wasn't the same vibe or they just weren't doing the same type of shit. And I wasn't really interested, but I heard that it got a lot better, recently.
Yeah, because I heard
it all started with the firing pretty much of Enzo in this Cruiserweight Championship tournament, and Triple H is taken over. He's actually in charge of 205 Live now.
So the rumor is true.
Gives me hope for the future.
Right?
I really hope they build some good cruiserweights like they did with Chavo Guerrero and one of the greatest cruiserweight champions of all time, Shane Helms.
Right.
He played that. He played that so good though. Shane Helms. He never really got that big chance either until the cruiserweight division, and that was bullshit.
True.
But anyway, I digress.
Yeah, the cruiserweight should get a better spotlight than the kickoff show, in my opinion.
That's really fucked up. Those two aren't going to get half the viewers that they would. You know what I mean? And they need to be the opening contest. The day the Cruiserweight division becomes an opening contest is the day the Women's Championship will be on the kickoff show. Just saying.
I don't know that'll happen, but...
I'm just saying. Knowing WWE probably will. They'll do something stupid like that.
Women's Evolution right now, but anyway.
Knowing WWE, they'll probably do something that dumb.
Let's move into the main card here. The first match I'm going to discuss is the one I think should be the opening contest out of the matches they've got on there. The triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship. We got Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor versus The Miz.
Wow. I guess I'll start this one off.
Go for it.
I'm just going to tell you this right now. Either way, all three of them deserve to be champ. Right now, what they're doing with Seth, I'm not too sure what the hell they're doing with Seth. I mean, I don't know what they're doing. I'm pretty sure even Seth doesn't know what Seth is doing with Seth at this point. You know, I don't know. Seth Rollins, does he need a title like this? Yes, he does. But so does Finn. Because it's like both these guys have been injured before and taken out of the main push because of their injury. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, we don't want to trust you anymore because, well, your leg's bad and your shoulder got messed up on a botched powerbomb. Pretty much. But I think at the end of the day, I think The Miz is going to retain. I think The Miz will retain this one. Because a lot of people don't think it's going to happen. Because Finn's the favorite to win. Seth's the favorite to win. Miz isn't. And I think Miz is going to retain. That's just me.
Interesting point of view. In my opinion, you're wrong, though. I think, like many people are saying, that Miz is actually going to lose. I've kind of been up in arms, so as to speak, between the two who I think is going to take it, but I honestly think that Seth Rollins will probably win the Intercontinental Championship when it's all said and done in this match. I know I've heard and seen a lot of people picking Finn Balor, but I just have a feeling Seth has been on kind of a roll as of late, other than a couple matches with Finn Balor, but he did beat Finn this past week on Raw, so another incredible match because those two put on great matches every time they're in the ring together.
They really do. This triple threat match is going to be killer.
No, Samoa Joe will not win the Intercontinental Championship. He's not in it, Yankee. So who you got in that one, Darkseid?
Honestly, I think I was gonna say Rollins. I think I would like for Miz to win, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I think actually Balor's gonna win. I don't know why. I just got that feeling, but I'm gonna go with Balor. But I don't want that to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of could understand if they keep the title on Miz because he's getting so close to having the most days overall as Intercontinental Champion. But
yeah, I like long title reigns like that, and especially Miz deserves it. I feel like he's a good heel. He's a good character. Yeah, he's a good champion.
Yeah,
he's been on a roll really since he did that nasty promo on Daniel Bryan. That was a lethal injection. Man, that was crazy.
Yeah.
I remember when he did that, I was like, whoa, Miz, calm down. It's okay.
Yep.
It was off to the moon with him.
Got some predictions from Yankee here. Besides saying Samoa Joe to win the IC title, he says Rusev for US title. Thinks Carmelo's cashing in, which we'll get into those matches here in a little bit. You can go on if you want to, Yankee.
Oh.
Or you could even join in if you're
I'll get into those a little bit later.
Yep. We'll move in to another triple threat match. This one for the Smackdown tag team titles. And I do want to mention first, I heard a rumor or read a rumor that it could end up being a TLC match. Whether or not that happens, we'll have to wait and see. But we got the New Day, who knows which two, against the Bludgeon Brothers and the Usos for the Smackdown tag team titles.
Okay. I'll let you guys go first because I got an interesting one here. I'll let you guys go first.
Hey, I'll take this one first, actually. I don't know if it's a TLC match or not. It doesn't matter to me either way. But Yankee's got the Usos, for that matter. He's saying it all over the chat section there. But I disagree with Yankee on that one because I think this is the time, and it's long overdue, that the Bludgeon Brothers will walk out as tag team champions. Harper and Rowan, in my opinion, should have been tag team champions a long time ago when they were part of the Wyatt family. So I just think they're going to bludgeon their way so as to speak to the tag team titles.
I like their new gimmick they're doing now, and they're actually allowing them to use a decoration that is known as the hammers.
Yeah.
It's funny because here's a funny story real quick. Sorry to interrupt that. But I actually said, are they ever going to use those damn hammers? A week later, no bullshit, they used it the next week. I was like
nice.
Oh. Yeah. I'll let Darkseid go first. Next. I'll do my last.
I mean, yeah, obviously I would like it to be a TLC. But yeah, I guess it doesn't have to be. Yeah, I guess who I would want to see win the most is the Bludgeon Brothers, just because I think those guys deserve it. You know, they've been doing it for a while. I think, especially, I've always really liked Harper for a big man. I think he's a hell of a worker.
He moves
but
fast too.
I'm sorry, what?
And he moves quick for a big guy.
Right,
too.
yeah, hell yeah. I like the New Day though, but I like the Usos too, man. I know it's gonna be a sick match. But I definitely, needs to have a TLC somewhere on the card, Shit.
So your pick's going with Bludgeon Brothers then too?
Yeah, probably. Yep.
All right. Here's where things get a little interesting for me, because the Authors of Pain are getting called up. I'm calling right now. I'm willing to put all my money in the bank right here, no pun intended, and say the Bludgeon Brothers are retaining, and they're going to feud with the Authors of Pain on SmackDown. I'm saying it.
Bludgeon Brothers are going to win the tag titles.
They're going to win. They're taking the tag team belts, and then they're going to feud with the Authors of Pain, which
I like that.
It makes sense. If it's a TLC, I'm going to be kind of disappointed, because it doesn't always have to be for matches like this. It doesn't always have to be go big or go home TLC all the time. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be. It's not. Every match can't be Edge and Christian and Jeff and the Hardy Boys all the time, And for the big guys like that and the Usos and the New Day, I don't think this kind of match would really – a TLC match just wouldn't fit here, in my opinion.
Well, until I was kind of just thinking about it, and if the Dudley Boys came out all of a sudden and then made it a TLC match, and then right after that the Hardy Boys come out, it might change the game a little bit.
True, it might. Who knows?
Right.
We'll just have to wait and see. I got a little something else I want to add to that, but first I'll mention FDN says the Bludgeon Brothers, who he thinks are going to win. White Eagle, leader of all Eagles, says the Usos are his pick. I also mention, I don't have to, but I'm going to read it. Says he can't wait for BTW Mania, which they're recording tomorrow because he'll be at it. Good
White Eagle, leader of all Eagles.
Yep.
That's not some Nazi shit, is it?
I don't know what it is.
What is that?
This is the name he goes by.
The leader of all Eagles. All right, cool.
Yeah. But anyways, my other point to this match is I honestly think that with the Superstar shakeup happening at some point after WrestleMania, that the Usos need to be moving over to Monday Night Raw, because I think that they've had so much success on SmackDown. They just need that new setting to perform on as well. So that's part of my reasoning as to why I think the Bludgeon Brothers are going to win the tag titles.
The Usos either on Raw, because we all know what happens when you're a huge success on SmackDown. You go to Raw. We all know what happens there.
I don't think that would happen to the Usos, though. All right. So let's move into the first of two women's championship matches. The Raw Women's Championship match. Nia Jax against Alexa Bliss, who I'm sure will have Mickey in her corner.
I'll let y'all go ahead first. I got a lot to say about this one, too.
Darkseid, you have a pick on this one?
Yeah, I mean, I like Alexa Bliss a lot more than I like Nia Jax. Um, but I do think that regardless, Carmelo's gonna end up cashing in and hopefully losing. Probably to Nia Jax. Nia Jax will probably end up winning and then beat Carmelo too.
And that would be interesting because I know I've seen originally Carmella is the Money in the Bank winner, but that was a SmackDown pay-per-view and it's a SmackDown only things. But I have also seen that she could end up cashing it in the Raw match as well.
But yeah, that's how it always was. It didn't matter what title. You could cash in on whoever.
Right. I think, like you said, Nia Jax, I believe it's her time, and she's going to end up winning the women's championship. Nothing against Alexa Bliss, who I think has been the best women's wrestler, performer all around in the women's division over the last 2 years, pretty much. On the mic, she can talk, and in the ring, she's performed very well. And
she's double jointed. Don't forget that.
What's that?
And she's double jointed.
Sure.
Don't forget that.
But there's a reason why she was the first ever woman to be both SmackDown and then Raw Women's Champion, in my opinion. But still, I think it's time for a change, and we need somebody else on top of the women's division on Raw. And I think Nia's just the person to do it.
Now, here's where things get a little bit interesting for me. Now, Nia Jax just turned face.
She did.
I think she's going to let her emotions get the best of her. And I don't think she's going to win it at WrestleMania. I am predicting a disqualification. I'm predicting that the safe route, this is kind of a safe route nowadays, the safe route. So I'm predicting that Alexa Bliss is going to retain her belt by disqualification.
Okay.
I think Nia Jax is going to let her emotions get the best of her. Alexa Bliss is going to be the typical heel and take advantage of that. And I think that she's just going to play on her emotions and retain the belt by DQ.
It's interesting. Never really thought of that, but good take on it. FDN says Alexa Bliss retains. White Eagle mentions he thinks Roman Reigns will win the Universal title, though, which we'll get into later.
Oh, yeah, I have a lot to say about that, but I'll get into that a whole lot later, too.
So let's move into the next one. We're going to jump into the Fatal 4-Way match for the United States Championship, which was originally going to be a triple threat match between Jinder Mahal, Bobby Roode, and, of course, champion Randy Orton. However, from what I've read in the dirt sheets the last couple days, looked like Rusev had asked for his release from WWE, and in counter of that, they decided to give him the opportunity to be in this match at WrestleMania. So we'll see what happens with that. So it'll be Rusev versus Bobby Roode versus Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton in a Fatal 4-Way for the U.S. title.
I'll let you guys go again.
Jackson, do you want to start off on that one?
Yeah. To be honest, I mean, I've always been a Rusev fan. I would really like to see him win. I think he needs it. His career, especially right now, is on fire. But his career's always been solid. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Rusev. That's who I want to see win, I guess. Otherwise, I could see Orton winning, but yeah, I think it's gonna be Rusev, man.
I can see that. White Eagle says Randy Orton retains. FDN says Orton or Roode. I'm going to disagree with both of those picks and yours too, Dark Side. Just knowing, just knowing how much Vince McMahon is a fan of Jinder Mahal and how much of a title reign he gave him as WWE champion, I can easily see him going with Jinder Mahal as the new U.S. champion. Just the heat that he can get as U.S. champion and claiming he's the champion of the U.S. like Rusev did back in the day.
Vince McMahon loves that shit.
Yeah, he is.
It's been done to death, but like you're not. Sheamus did it. Freaking Rusev did it. And now it makes sense. Jinder Mahal would do it.
Right.
Yeah.
So my prediction, although Rusev deserves this, and people have been really sleeping on him lately, and he is over as fuck right now. Like,
Eddie,
he cannot get any more over right now with his Rusev Day stuff. He can't get any more over. Does he deserve it? Hell yes. He's deserved it long overdue. Long time ago, he deserved a belt. Back when he was this whole the United States is beneath me thing. Remember that when he was doing that?
Yep.
I'm Russia's number one. You know, Iron Sheik did the same thing, and look where it got him. It got him a championship. You know, it got him I think it got him the big one.
It did.
Yep. So why couldn't it get Rusev the big one? You know, I just think it's too little, too late for Rusev, and I don't think they're going to capitalize on this because everyone we like, it's just like, oh, you guys like him? Well, let's just bury him. So I want Rusev to win because he is over as shit. But realistically speaking, they're going to go with Vince's guy. You know, they're going to go with the Vince's guy. Jinder Mahal is going to win it. There's no reason he shouldn't.
All right.
That's Vince's guy. You know. So.
All right. So now let's move into the next match. I want two different things from you guys for this match, though. The Raw Tag Team Championship match. Braun Strowman and mystery partner versus The Bar. First, I want you guys to tell me who you think the mystery partner is going to be, and then I want your prediction on who's going to win it.
All right. Well, I heard a nasty rumor that it was Rey Mysterio, but Rey Mysterio squashed that rumor in a heartbeat. He's like, nope. It'd be pretty sweet if it was like Marty Scurll or something. That'd be nice. Like, what? Where are you? No, but realistically, it's probably going to be somebody coming back from injury. You know what I mean? It's probably going to be like Big Show or something. If it's Big Show and Strowman, can you imagine the team that would be? That'd be pretty sick. Yep. But at the end of the day, it's going to be screw Braun either way because it just seems like they just like to do that to him for some reason. I don't know why. Wouldn't have anything to do with us liking him or anything, but that could be me. But I look for the Bar to retain. And I look for it probably to be the Big Show as a mystery partner. I doubt it is, but I look for that to happen. Or Jason Jordan. Just saying.
Never even thought of Jason Jordan. So I'll go with my real quick. I think it's going to end up being somebody big. It could be somebody making a return, like you said. It could be like a Colin Cassidy who's cleared to compete again. It could be Samoa Joe. I'm going to go with Samoa Joe, though. I think he's actually going to come back at WrestleMania as Braun Strowman's tag team partner. I know he's mentioned tweets about it. Another person that has been mentioned as a possible partner is Bray Wyatt as well. But again, I'm still going to stick with Samoa Joe. I think he's going to be his partner. I actually think Braun and whomever his partner ends up being, whether it's Joe, Bray, Cass, whoever, I think they're actually going to take the tag titles off of the Bar at WrestleMania.
That would be nice. I mean, I like the Bar as tag team champs, don't get me wrong, but Sheamus, he can't take bumps that well anymore. And did you see his match with Braun? He was playing it safe like a motherfucker.
He's also injured from what I've heard too. So
yeah, he's got that stasis too. He's got that stasis in his neck, so he can't really take those bumps like that, and it just makes your matches look sloppy. So, and you know, they're just like that. Just cut them if you need to. You know, do whatever. But anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm probably gonna go with either Big Show or Bray Wyatt. Yeah, I feel like it was kind of the door was left open for somebody to come in. Possibly maybe, I could see maybe Bobby Lashley because I heard that he was gonna debut. Yeah.
That'd be pretty sick. Lashley and Strowman.
I could see maybe that happening and then them not being able to work together and then, fighting each other, going after each other, and then, the Bar retain. That'd be cool.
All right. Be interesting to see who the partner is anyway. Could be somebody making a return or a debut. Have to wait and see for that. So from there, we're gonna go into the SmackDown tag team match. We got Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn facing SmackDown General Manager Daniel Bryan and SmackDown Commissioner Shane McMahon. KO and Sami have to win to get their jobs back.
I'm just gonna say, really, is this what you're gonna do to Daniel Bryan now?
Right?
Tag team matches, repeat of Raw, like rehash Raw's idea much? Come on now, is that the best you can come up with? But at the end of the day, I think they're gonna give Daniel Bryan his moment. You know what I mean? But I think they're going to get fired from SmackDown and they're going to get called up to Raw. So they didn't say nothing about Raw. So
Sure.
I think that Owens and Zayn are gonna lose and get called up to Raw.
All right. Darkseid, you want to take your prediction?
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously what's going to happen. They're going to lose. They're going to go to Raw. You got to be crazy if you think that they're going to have Daniel Bryan losing his first match back. The place would fucking go crazy. They would leave the building.
Hi, crazy sitting here. Because I really don't think Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon are going to win.
That's crazy.
I think what's going to happen is Shane McMahon's actually going to turn on Daniel Bryan, or vice versa, and it's going to lead to KO and Zayn getting the win.
I can kind of see that. I can see Daniel Bryan turning heel a little bit, but
I don't think that'd be the smart way. I think Shane turning on Daniel would be the smarter way to go that route.
Yeah, that would be. But I still stand by my decision, so.
But we'll see. I could see you guys being right too, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with KO and Sami getting the win.
Oh yeah. I mean, those guys are really good on the microphone anyway. So either way, I'm cool. I'm happy with it.
Right. But yeah, I definitely see if KO and Sami do lose, they'll pop up on Raw. Anyway. Speaking of Raw, let's go into their mixed tag team match. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon versus Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle. Let me start off by saying, first of all, I was more excited about this match when the possible tag team partner of Ronda Rousey was supposed to be The Rock.
Oh, okay. I'm supposed to give a prediction now.
Second of all, there's no chance in hell, to quote Vince McMahon, that Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle are losing this match.
Well, I'm going to tell you this real quick before I get my prediction. The build-up was super boring. I mean, they could have built this match up a little bit better.
They could have, yes.
They could have. A botched Samoan drop, you know what I mean, right off the bat from someone with no training. And so she's got a stupid-ass look. Whoop-de-doo. I can pop my eyes out, too. I can do that, too. Whoop-de-doo. That don't mean nothing. Can you actually do any moves? Can you transition what you've learned in judo in the Olympics, what you've learned in the UFC? Can you transition it into wrestling terms? And that's the big question. But I think they're going to give Ronda Rousey her moment because Triple H, as of lately, hasn't been really performing well WrestleMania-wise. So I think they're going to give Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle their moment. So I'm going to go with Ronda Rousey, even though I don't really like the fact that she can't talk for shit and she can't really do wrestling moves very good, but she's still learning. So I'm willing to give it a pass. I'm going to say Kurt Angle, Ronda Rousey are going to take this one.
All right. Darkseid?
Yeah, I'm going to go the same way, just because that's what I think they're going to do for, storyline-wise. I don't agree with it. I don't, yeah, I think, it's not even so much that I think she can't learn to wrestle. She's just shitty at cutting a promo and has no timing, and I don't know. Those are just things I feel like you can't really teach, but I don't know. Then again, who knows? Yeah, I don't know, but that's who I'm picking to win.
It'll be nice to actually see her in a match for one, and see what all she has been trained to do, because she has done a lot of training in the Performance Center. From what I've been,
a longer than 10-second match.
No, yeah, it's got to be.
Point that out.
I mean,
I just wanted to point that out.
They're not going to have that quick of a match with those 4 individuals in there. There's no chance.
I'm looking forward to what Kurt Angle and Triple H are going to do, how they're going to do it. Because this originally was supposed to be The Rock and Ronda Rousey originally. That's what because remember that build-up from last year? It was originally supposed to be The Rock and Ronda Rousey.
Wasn't last year. It was
31.
What was it, 31?
31.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my brain cells.
But yeah, I definitely would have rather seen Rock in there. No offense to Kurt Angle, but just would have been a bigger match.
I mean, Kurt can go, but he's still damaged from all that stuff he did in TNA and stuff, man. So I would again rather see The Rock. Well,
yeah.
Let's drop my dots. Why don't I?
White Eagle agrees Kurt and Rousey will win, and true about the build-up. Before I go into the next match, what do you guys think Elias is going to be doing at WrestleMania this year?
Singing an awesome song and talking about how WWE stands for Walk with Elias. Honestly, I absolutely love Elias. I hated him in NXT. I couldn't stand him. Elias Sampson in NXT sucked. What did he do? Now he's out there every week performing and singing and getting interrupted by random people. I find it funny.
Right? Now I'm on the other end of that spectrum because I'm not an Elias fan. I'm with Corey Graves on this one because I don't think Elias can perform or sing worth a lick, really. But I agree he probably will perform and have a little bit of a concert. FDN says concert with Kid Rock. I don't think that'll happen. I think he might be interrupted. There's one guy there who was a singer for his gimmick. He's going into the Hall of Fame. Jeff Jarrett, who might be involved in it. And there's also rumors, there's been rumors off and on over the last several weeks that he could also be interrupted by a rock concert as well. So I'm sure they got a big segment for him. It's just going to be interesting to see what happens with it. Any predictions on that, Darkseid?
Either maybe getting hit by Kid Rock with the guitar. Maybe he'll come out and interrupt Kid Rock, and he'll get hit with the guitar. Yeah, that'd be my pick.
There you go. I'm just hoping The Rock shows up and interrupts him, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll have another 2-second match again.
Maybe. All right. So moving into the next match, we got the first of 2 Royal Rumble winners, as you got Asuka going one-on-one with Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's title.
Whew. That's going to be a hell of a fight, but I'll let you guys go first.
I agree, it will be. I'll take this one first, and I'll let Darkseid take it afterwards. But I don't see the undefeated streak of Asuka ending here. I just don't. I think Asuka's they're going to put on a great match, first of all. It's probably going to be one of, if not the greatest women's matches in WrestleMania history, in my opinion, which is saying a lot. But this could easily be a main event of WrestleMania, in my opinion, as well. Won't be, but it could be. And Asuka is going to take the win, probably by tap out. Is what my opinion is. What do you got on this one, Darkseid?
Yeah, I actually thought for a minute that they might actually make this the main event. But yeah, that would be I don't know.
Crazy?
Yeah, it would be crazy. But aside from that, yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I don't think the streak is going to end yet. I think that Asuka will probably win. But yeah, it'll definitely be a great match. Before
I let you take over, Busboy, FDN says Asuka wins, but then Carmelo cashes in. if Carmella cashes in on Asuka, I think she's gonna lose it to Asuka. So either way, if Carmella cashes in tomorrow night or Sunday night rather,
Oh yeah, she's fucked.
yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
The only way I can see her winning is if maybe if she's able to beat the Raw Women's Champion when she cashes it in. But I don't think if she does cash in, she's gonna win it at WrestleMania.
Okay, here's my fear. I'm gonna go with my fear real quick before I go with my prediction because we already know where it's going. If Asuka wins and she doesn't have much left, Carmella could cash in and pin her and end the streak.
Which would be stupid.
That would piss me off. Why are you ruining a good match like that? It's not bad enough that we have an already good match on the kickoff show. You know what I mean? The Cruiserweight Championship match. Now you're going to ruin the only, besides Styles and Nakamura, the only match that everyone's looking forward to. I mean, this is a hell of a match. It's got great build up. Both these people can do good promos. Believe it or not, Asuka did a great promo. You know, and I like that. And Charlotte's making her look good. They're both making each other look good. But let me take it fast forward a little bit. And I'm going to say Asuka is going to retain. Asuka's going to get the belt. Sorry. And I really hope Carmella doesn't cash in and win the championship and end the streak. That would piss so many people off.
I agree. It could happen. You never know. But it's just
that would piss so many people off. Knowing WWE, if that happens, worst case scenario, yeah, I'm be pissed.
I mean, in a way, it wouldn't be too surprising. They do like to shock people at WrestleMania. I mean, look back a couple years to Brock Lesnar ending the Undertaker's undefeated streak. So, if they're going to do it, it would be at Mania.
When Seth Rollins cashed in Money in the Bank, remember how people lost their shit over
One
that?
of the greatest WrestleMania moments, in my opinion, of all time.
Yeah, I actually thought that was great.
Right?
That was perfect.
Now, I wasn't that huge of a fan of Seth Rollins back then, but it still even got quite a pop out of me seeing him cash in on Rock and Reigns and then all that, which we get to run through again this year. Yay. Which we'll get into. But first, let's jump into the other Royal Rumble winner, Shinsuke Nakamura, going one-on-one with the phenomenal AJ Styles for the WWE Championship.
I'll let you guys go first on this one again.
All right, Darkseid, you want to take it?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that, I'm hoping that Styles isn't, any less than 100% because that would just be very disappointing if he was hurt and, had to slow it down or whatever for the match. I think that Nakamura probably will win, and, I will give everybody that WrestleMania feel-good moment, even though, half the people are going to want Styles to win. I would want Styles to win, but I think Nakamura will win.
Right. Yeah, I'm definitely in agreement with you on that. These two are going to tear the house down, and it's, my opinion, going to be the match of the night more than likely. Going to steal the show. I personally haven't seen their first match at New Japan, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what these two men can do. I know a lot of people say it was great that they did in New Japan, so I'm looking forward to it. They're going to put on a stellar performance, but in the end, I do agree. Shinsuke Nakamura is going to walk out the new WWE champion, and you're going to see both of the Japanese stars who won the Royal Rumbles are both going to be walking out of WrestleMania as champion.
Yeah. So, first of all, Darkseid, please don't be negative like that and say about injury. That sucks to hear. I did hear a rumor
Stating
that
the facts, man.
Yep. Agreed. I did hear a nasty rumor that he was injured. I really pray that it's not true. I really do. Pray to the wrestling gods it's not true, guys. But I was reading that he's injured. He got injured during a house show. I really hope it's not too bad where he does have to slow it down like you said, Darkseid. And I want to point out also, if I'm not mistaken, Shinsuke Nakamura is the first Japanese superstar to win the Royal Rumble.
Correct.
And I think he'll be the first Japanese person to hold the WWE title, right?
So too.
All right, we're not counting the WWF title because that would be Yokozuna. So yeah, but anyway, I think that I did see their match at Wrestle Kingdom 10. They're gonna tear the fucking house down. They tore it down at Wrestle Kingdom 10. If you haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend you check it out. Please do. I think that Shinsuke Nakamura is going to go 2-0 against AJ Styles. I think he's going to get that belt and become the first Japanese superstar to hold the WWE title.
Good prediction. FDN in the comment section says, I think AJ will retain because of his loss at Wrestle Kingdom, and they'll have one more match.
That'd be awesome.
All right. I think we can all agree it's going to be a great match nonetheless, and probably a show stealer.
The match of the year, for sure. No doubt.
Very well could be.
Hopefully.
Let's move into what could potentially be the main event of WrestleMania. Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship. Busted, you want to actually take this one first since you've been passing it throughout most of the show?
This is the most predictable match on the card.
I agree.
Everyone freaking knows who's going to win this. Everyone knows. Even if you pick Lesnar, you're an idiot. I'm just saying. Everyone knows who's winning because Lesnar's leaving for UFC. Dana White already came out. Cat's out of the bag. So he's losing the championship at WrestleMania. It's very obvious and very easy. I mean, Dana White came out and said, yeah, he's already signed with the UFC and he's here. So he's coming here after WrestleMania. So I say Roman Reigns is, without a shadow of a doubt, going to win. That's Vince's guy.
FDN even says Roman's winning because Brock's going to UFC.
Mm-hmm.
What's your take on it, Dexter?
Yeah, unfortunately, I'd have to agree. Not that him going back to the UFC is a bad thing. I just, I mean, to be honest with you, it's not that Roman Reigns is necessarily the worst person to have in the world as champion because he's not. And the match, just going by the first one that they had, it's probably going to be a really good match.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard hitting. It's going to be stiff. It's going to be a good match. And, I think overall, sometimes, it's the talent that he's facing also that helps. But, Roman Reigns has had a solid couple years, in terms of matches and stuff. It's just not, people don't like being told what to like. And also, his character is just kind of bland and just kind of generic and kind of, just kind of watered down.
Right.
And that's what people don't like about it. But I feel like, I don't know, man. As far as wrestling wise, he's solid. He's pretty solid.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. The build-up has been kind of decent in my opinion to this match. Probably one of the best, actually, in my opinion, but of the matches at WrestleMania. But yeah, I agree. Roman Reigns is definitely walking out as Universal Champion, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it'll be nice to see that Universal title on Raw every Monday night. It's something that you don't see with Brock. I kind of don't like that Brock's leaving to go to UFC because I know he's a big draw and they could use him still in ways in WWE, but
yeah, but I'm sure he'll come back,
yeah, I was gonna say he'll be back.
He'll have his fight, and then I think he'll probably come back because he's old. He's old as fuck to be doing that. To be doing UFC, he's I was
gonna say he's only in his 30s, but yeah.
No, I think he's over 40, right? I think he's like 41.
No, he's only in his mid 30s, I think, 36 or something.
And I just want to point out he has one of the hottest wives ever.
He's older than that.
I know he's not quite 40 yet. I seen age for him the other day, but I don't remember what exactly it was. Pretty sure it's in his 30s.
Point out that his wife is freaking smoking hot. Just saying.
Yeah. We all know about Rena, Sable, whatever you want to call her.
Mm-hmm.
I'll double check facts here, but I'm pretty sure he's not quite 40.
He's gonna be 41 in July. July 12th, he'll be 41.
Okay. I was thinking I'd seen upper 30s. But... Yep, you're right. July 12th. I must have misread whatever I read.
Yeah, I mean, so he's not, he's not super old, but, to be doing UFC and all that, it's kind of old.
Bouncing back and forth between one extreme sport to the other that's a little old to be doing that.
Right, that I definitely agree with.
In your 40s, that's going to take its toll because he already had to almost retire from UFC because of his intestinal issue. I think it is, right?
Yeah.
He got to be taking too many blows to the stomach.
Reticulitis, I think, is what he had, or something along those lines.
And that left, and he had to leave and go back to the WWE because of that.
And he has had one fight in UFC while he was part of WWE as well, but with Mark Hunt, I believe was the opponent.
Yeah, Mark Hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was that steroid allegation about him and stuff because of that fight. I'm not going to get into that.
So that's the match card currently. However, there's one more thing that we got to talk about. There's one man who currently doesn't have a match at WrestleMania that I'm pretty sure is going to have a match at WrestleMania. That being, of course, the 16-time heavyweight champion, John Cena. What's your guys' prediction of what's going to happen with John Cena? He's supposedly sitting in the crowd as a fan at WrestleMania.
I'll let Dark Side go first.
The Undertaker's definitely coming out. In one way or another, that they may not even have a match. It may be like a segment or something, which would be a huge disappointment, I feel like, to everybody.
I agree.
But I mean, they wouldn't have done this and had this build up if it wasn't gonna amount to something. So Undertaker's definitely showing up, but I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if they'll have a match or they'll just have some type of bullshit, segment.
Yeah. Give me that in there.
I have to really think on this one, so I'll let you go ahead, Tiger.
God. Yeah. I definitely see Cena's gonna be in the ring talking more shit about Undertaker. Taker's actually gonna finally show up and come out. I hope that it leads to a match, and if it does, I really want to see Taker win it because I'd hate to see Taker lose for a third time at WrestleMania, and perhaps his final match. Who knows? But I also could see where they just have a confrontation and build up to a match at next year's WrestleMania instead. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I could see it happening.
I have to really think about this one. All right. Honestly, I can see this going a couple of ways. I can see them pulling a Rock Cena and building it up for next year. I can see them two meeting in the ring, and having Taker and Cena in the center of the ring, pointing at the WrestleMania sign for next year. I can see something like that happening. I can see them, and it isn't a once in a lifetime thing. This is more like a 4 times in a lifetime. These guys have fought before in the past. I think they fought 3 times?
I'm not sure how many times, but never at WrestleMania. Let's make that clear.
Yeah, never at WrestleMania, though. That'd be great. I really hope they don't milk it, like I have a feeling they're going to. I really hope they don't milk it. That would just make the whole match just pointless now. I'm like, what's the whole point in having this match and building it up like this? It's like, hey, we're going to have it this year. We're going to have it next year. But I think they're going to build it.
After that, though, is that you're not going to see The Undertaker hardly at all in the build-up to next year, and John Cena is going to be taking a lot of time off after WrestleMania as well.
Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering how they're going to do this. You know what I mean? This one's a little sketchy. This one's a little honestly, it's on shaky waters with me. If they could do it that way, they could build it up for next year. But then again, or they could just have Cena just pump up the crowd and stuff just to be there as a draw. You know what I mean?
Good.
That would be a bad move, in my opinion. Just to have him there as a draw.
John's definitely going to get involved in some way, shape, or form. There's no way he's actually just going to be sitting there in the crowd enjoying the show like he's claiming on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to have your franchise player, the main name of WWE, just sit out in the crowd at a WrestleMania.
Yeah. But I do think that Taker is going to be there too. I do think they're going to have some kind of build up to that match. It's building up somehow. Whether it's a brawl, whether it's whatever it is, it could be a brawl. Who knows? But if he comes back, but the question is, are we going to get a dead man Undertaker or American Badass Undertaker?
That's another good point, because Cena did drop hints of a possible American Badass return in the promo on Monday night as well. So, and we all know Kid Rock will be there going in the Hall of Fame tonight. So
it would make sense for Taker's American Badass gimmick to come out that night. It would make sense.
But I could also see the dead man coming out with the gear that he was wearing on Raw 25 as well. So just not that top hat and the trench coat that he was wearing last year.
This one's very shaky. This one's like I said, this one's kind of on me. I really have no idea what they're planning on doing with him. But I do know Taker will be there, and they will build it up somehow, for sure. And I do know they'll build it up with Cena, too.
Definitely. I'll be interested. I'll be glued to my set to see what happens in the end for those two. But
yeah, for sure.
I think there's going to be a lot of title changes and a lot of big things that are going to happen at WrestleMania nonetheless this year. And I know they got the Superstar shakeup happening at some point, they're saying, after WrestleMania. That's going to be interesting to see what goes down and who gets moved to where. I know I personally would like to see if Daniel Bryan's going to be, we've now heard at this particular time, I'd like to see Miz go over to Smackdown myself. I want to see Miz and TV at some point.
Yep, and seeing how Daniel Bryan's no longer GM anymore, that makes me wonder who's going to be the next GM.
That's a good point. I think Jeff Jarrett personally might end up being that person, but we'll see.
That'd be nice, but with all the stuff he's been through with WWE, I'm surprised.
Well, he's going in the Hall of Fame tonight, so Kurt Angle went in the Hall of Fame last year, and it wasn't long after that he became the Raw general manager.
Yeah, Jeff Jarrett.
That's what happened.
Yeah, that Jeff Jarrett thing really shocked the hell out of me.
Oh, me too. I was not expecting him to go in the Hall of Fame at all.
Like, Mr. Anti-WWE is in the Hall of Fame. What the fuck?
Well, it's not even that, but a couple weeks or months before that, he was in rehab, and you know, there was videos of him all fucked up in the ring and shit.
WWE sponsored rehab at that, but definitely interesting. All right, so that's. Hey, Jason, good to see you. You're late because we're just finishing up. But if you got any predictions, you want to drop them real quick, we'll get them in here for you. That's the NXT Takeover and WrestleMania cards. You guys got anything else you want to say about them before we do close out here?
It's gonna be cool. Gonna eat some chicken wings.
I really hope that Takeover doesn't burn everybody out before WrestleMania.
Well, we all know Takeover is gonna be better, more than likely, than WrestleMania.
It's gonna be way better.
Takeover is always
such a little card. It's always been better than the main roster. Like, for some reason, NXT is better than the main roster. Like, what the fuck? What's going on with that?
All right, so I'm gonna go through these again real quick here in a moment. Jason Atlas says, "Motherfucking Dark Side, what's up, dude?"
Jason Atlas, how?
He wants me to run him through our predictions here real quick, so I'll go through them again since he came in late. He's got Gargano winning to get his career back. And says his new champ, he's going with Aleister Black to beat Almas. Well, who you got for the North American title in the ladder match, and who you got for women's title and tag titles as well then, Jason? We're going to go that route. Because the three of us, two of us went with Strong and Dunn to win the tag team titles, Busted Boy and myself. Darkseid went with Cole and O'Reilly to retain the tag titles. See if Jason has anything. I guess pick an EC3 to win the ladder match for the North American Championship, just like the Dark Side did. Like I said, I figured it'd be between him and Ricochet, but I went with Ricochet. And Atlas is going with the dream team of Strong and Dunn to win the tag titles. What about Baszler and Moon? Quick rundown again here on the NXT Takeover card there. Shayna Baszler versus Ember Moon for the NXT Women's Championship. That's the women's match, Jason. 1/4 of the UFC's version of the Four Horsewomen. He's going with Ember Moon to retain. He's the only one to pick Ember Moon to retain. All right, so then we went into the kickoff show, which we started with the Women's Battle Royal, the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal. I said I think Sasha Banks is going to win, last eliminating Bayley to win it. Women's tag titles for a second. No, there's no women's tag titles yet. I've heard rumors there could be, though.
That'd be pretty sick.
And Darkseid and Busboy, I think both said they think somebody from NXT more than likely will take the win in the Battle Royal. Correct me if I'm wrong on that.
You are not.
Atlas has Natalya winning the Women's Battle Royal.
Interesting. Natalya.
Yeah,
That's the one that people have been sleeping on for a long time.
It's true. She kind of deserves the WrestleMania moments. I guess I can see that. But my second pick, if it wasn't Sasha, was going to be Becky Lynch. But Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Who you got for that one, Atlas? I said Matt Hardy. Darkseid, who'd you pick for the Battle Royal? Andre the Giant?
Goldberg.
Goldberg, that's right. I said if Goldberg's in it, Goldberg wins it. Not Matt Hardy is who I'm going with. And Busta Boy, you picked.
I can't remember. Oh, Dolph.
Dolph Ziggler, yeah.
I couldn't remember for a minute there. I just had to pull a rabbit out of the hat somewhere. So
Yep. Give him a minute, see who he says there.
Wow, Jason Atlas really got me thinking now. It'd be nice to have another Hart, have a WrestleMania moment, Well,
Atlas says I want one more Bray versus Matt match. Like, what the fuck?
Bray and Matt. I know they're talking about Bray getting repackaged. They've been talking about that for a while.
He needs to.
Yeah, he really does, because this little cartoony horror film bullshit that he's got going on is not scary. It's just stupid.
It is.
They took something that should have worked, They took some Hills Have Eyes, Cabin in the Woods fucking gimmick, and they took it and they just watered it down until it became nothing.
Watch him come back right to censor, Atlas says.
Oh, God, please no. That faction is dead, Jason. It's dead. And it should stay dead, and it's going to stay gone. Okay. It's going to stay gone forever. Right to censor. Right to censor is stupid. I hate that gimmick. And their theme song's annoying.
Yeah, very annoying. If you don't have a pick for the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, Atlas, the next match was Mustafa Ali versus Cedric Alexander in the finals for the Cruiserweight title.
Yeah, that's going to be a great battle. I can't wait for that.
Which I believe all three of us picked Cedric to take the gold.
Aw, damn, I'm out of dots.
Oh, shit.
Oh, well. I was hoping it would last a little longer than that. Oh, well.
Yeah, it says there's going to be so many guys in that Battle Royal I feel we won't know about till it actually happens who will be in it. There's a lot of guys that have been announced for it. I mean, just today they announced Kane's going to be in it, Shelton Benjamin, Chad Gable, what else did they say? Aiden English. They mentioned somebody else too, but I can't remember who. I don't care who wins because in the end we win, but I think Ali earned it. So you can go with Mustafa Ali.
Let's all have a moment of silence for a minute for Kane's relevance. So let's just have a quick little moment of silence.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
been
well,
dead.
that's not
Yeah.
it's been dead for a
Just
while.
Just in a fucking moment. That was a moment. Fuck it.
Right?
You only hate
Brief
moments.
second. It lasts a lot longer than is relevant instead, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So the first match for the Mania card we went with was Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins versus The Miz, triple threat for the IC title. Axel and Dallas might be out there with The Miz, but they might not be either because I know they're part of the Andre the Giant Battle Royal as well.
If I'm not mistaken, through WWE's logic or wrestling logic in general these days, all triple threat matches are now no DQ, right?
Yeah, triple threat matches are always no DQ.
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind. Axel there at some point. They've got to be.
Oh, Atlas said also Right to Censor had to have been the best heels because I fucking hated them. Well, I guess so, because a lot of people hated them, I think. And talk of Dean Ambrose returning to be Braun Strowman's partner. I hadn't heard that one.
I'm not even going to talk about Right to Censor and what they did with Bull Buchanan. Oh my God. That guy had so much talent. He went as, I think, Boss Man's partner originally.
Yes.
And then he went on to Right to Censor, and then he went on to be basically John Cena's Flavor Flav. He's his hype man. like, what?
Right. Atlas says I've got Kurt Hawkins to break his losing streak at Mania to win the Battle Royal.
Oh God, that is going to be like the greatest streak ever.
Right.
Actually, he's in a bigger drought than MVP was. Remember when MVP went, what, 3 years without a win?
Something like that.
I think Sheamus went almost 2.5 years without a win, but not quite as long as MVP. But Kurt Hawkins may actually have MVP's lost drought beat.
Right. Winning this Battle Royal doesn't do shit for these guys, but bragging rights for a month. Atlas has a little bit of a point. Like I said, they need to do something bigger with it this year with that Andre documentary coming out on HBO, though, on Tuesday night.
They do. I mean, ever since they did that with what? They had Big Show in it, right? They did nothing with him. They had Baron Corbin win. He did a little bit of something for like, what, 3 months?
Maybe. A couple months, yeah, not long.
And then he won Money in the Bank, and what they do? They buried him.
True. That was partially on him, but true.
Yeah. And now they had Mojo Rawley win it, what, last year?
Yep.
And they did nothing with him. Absolutely nothing, because no one gave a shit. So they need to really do something with it this year. They need to really do something this year and really knock it out of the park, like you said.
So Atlas says, so why not this fucking jobber and Kurt Hawkins' damn NYWC in Deer Park, Long Island, New York must be so proud. Also, I'd like to see Mark Henry win and retire on a high note. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, because he did kind of silently, I think that's a word. He did kind of quietly retire and didn't tell nobody he was retiring or nothing.
Yeah.
He teased a retirement when he was with Cena, remember? He teased that day.
Right.
Maybe it wasn't a tease.
Be interesting to see if he's wearing that same that peach, I believe, color they called it, jacket at the Hall of Fame tonight. Well.
Yeah. The only man in the history of wrestling to be called sexual chocolate.
True.
I mean,
that gimmick work too.
Yeah, he did.
Who would
they tried to repackage it with Viscera, remember? With Big Viz?
Yeah, kind of in a way.
Oh yeah, Big Daddy B.
The world's largest love machine, Viscera. They failed so bad with that.
That was a very bad gimmick.
When they put him as Big Daddy V, though, I think they really should have went with something. I mean,
Daniel Puder, Maven, or Steve Blackman, I don't think any of those guys are going to be in there. Atlas. But if you want to go past that, you can give us your prediction for the Triple Threat IC title match.
I know who Steve Blackman is. I don't know who the other one is.
You don't know who Maven or Daniel Puder are?
I know who Maven is. And I know who
Okay.
Steve Blackman is, but I don't know who David
Well,
Feud
David
is.
Feud won their last Tough Enough that they had back before they did the revival version of it.
Oh God, that is gonna be.
Yeah.
Let's not get into the whole Shelton Benjamin's mama thing, Jason. Let's not do that. That was just a that was a terrible gimmick.
I want Seth, but I think Balor, he says, is going to win the Triple Threat IC title match. Okay. How about the Triple Threat SmackDown Tag title match? New Day, Bludgeon Brothers, Usos. Back that move, Dennis.
Got my brain going now.
Just thinking of all the worst writing over the years. Miz is not walking out champ. I agree with that.
Or as I like to call the worst writing over the years, a man-made torture device.
Next time, make me a roast beef shit sandwich with no mayo. What Alex said.
All right. Let's see.
All right. Hour and a half, a little over. Too bad. We can go just a little bit longer, not much. Hey, welcome into the chat, Jason.
Hey,
What's up,
Jason
bitches?
Atlas. What's up, Jason?
Chilling.
Figured you're gonna give your opinions anyways. Might as well bring you on. Get them from you.
Forget it.
Okay.
Man, the
So,
gang's over here. Jeez, man. You got Jason in the building, the dark side, got Tiger.
Yeah,
Me?
good to see you, brother.
See you too, man.
Yeah, we pretty much all said that we didn't think Miz was gonna win, other than Buster Boy thinks Miz is gonna take the title out of WrestleMania.
Yep,
Yeah.
I like to be the oddball in there, so.
I probably got Uzi and Revan coming over for Takeover tomorrow night.
Nice.
Oh, hell yeah.
My girlfriend will make that bomb ass dip she always makes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to be watching. A friend of mine's let me use his WWE Network for me. So I'm using that. I'm getting there. I'm getting on there and watching that too. It's going to be chilling.
That's a nice friend.
Oh, yeah.
You know the first month is free though.
Yeah, but I had the network. at
Oh,
one
so you
point.
can't do it again and get the free trial.
Yeah. I had it, but I had it for like 4 months, 5 months, and then I got rid of it. I just stopped watching wrestling for a while, so I was like,
I mean, if you're gonna do anything, you could watch NXT and leave WWE alone until it gets its shit together.
that's what
Right.
I've been doing. I actually was going to make a really hard decision, and I was going to skip WrestleMania this year. I was going to skip it. But I was like, you know what? Asuka and Charlotte, we got the Wrestle Kingdom 10 rematch.
Yup.
Man, I can't skip it, man. I have to watch it.
There's no missing WrestleMania. It's like saying like, you know, I don't care who's in the Super Bowl. You know, I gotta at least fucking watch the commercials or something. You know.
Yeah, that's like, yeah, it's equivalent to saying, hey, I'm just gonna like skip the midnight release. I'm gonna pre-order a game, but I'm gonna like skip the midnight release of it. It's like, nope. I'm just.
Or I'm gonna buy the game, but I'm just never gonna play it.
I know friends that do that too. I know people that actually do that.
Not even once. Not even just pop it in the console and give it a fucking try.
I'm just gonna collect it. It's just here to collect. Collect what? Dust?
Yeah, really.
Like, I have friends that build up so much hype for this game for like weeks, and then they get it and they never open it. I'm like, you built up all this hype. It's like, I know. I'm just so excited about it. I mean, I'm like, then play it. Then if you're not gonna play it, I'll play it. Shit, that's what I
don't mean
do.
to go off topic like we are right now, but everybody was talking so much shit about 2K18, but just play the fucking damn thing. Like, you know, do universe mode, dude. I mean, the beginning, I wasn't mad. I was laughing so fucking hard of those glitches.
Oh hell yeah, dude! That's a lot. They have. Oh my god, they have so many glitches.
Oh my god, me and my girlfriend were playing each other. We both drafted a Raw and SmackDown. You know, I was SmackDown, she was Raw, and we had a match. Roman Reigns. She was Roman Reigns because fuck Roman Reigns. She does piss me off, and I was Ty Dillinger.
Oh, 10. Underrated as fuck.
Oh man, they're punishing him so bad. His boy didn't even do anything.
And he is the
anyway.
TJ Sakara of professional wrestling.
Are you going to go there, really?
I want my belt back. Okay. So she was stuck on top of the catering table. Roman Reigns' arms were like this, and they were like spinning around.
Oh, I've had that happen before. Well, how about this glitch?
I'm standing there trying to punch, and then he's upside down on the ceiling.
Oh, I've had that one happen.
How
about this one, where you punch somebody at the same time where they hit you with the chair, and the chair gets fucking stuck in your arm like right here?
One thing I wish they'd fixed, they've never fixed it to this day. When you wear the title, and you got some kind of vest on or a jacket, and it's got to go through the fucking material. The title's going through the jacket or the vest or whatever. Like,
oh yeah, it does that a lot.
How many years has gone by?
Oh, just you wait until it goes through pants.
We can make the guy sweat and Sheamus's chest get really red, but we can't fucking fix that one issue that's been going on for 10 years. Like, give me a fucking break.
We can make. Oh, let's not forget, they can make Finn Balor's paint and stuff come off his face though, but they can't fix the glitch. Those glitches that's been around for years. Like the one where you get stuck in the damn chair. And you can still hurt people with the chair while it's stuck on you. Oh.
I've been stuck on the top of the Elimination Chamber. You fucking name it.
I went through the chamber on the outside to the outside and couldn't get back in. I've had that happen before. That shit was funny.
Let's give it back to Tony.
Yeah, sorry, Tony. We went way off topic.
The next match after that triple threat IC title match was the SmackDown Tag Team title triple threat match. New Day, Bludgeon Brothers, Usos.
Usos?
Now I'm going with Bludgeon Brothers. Darkseid went Bludgeon Brothers. You pick them as well, Busboy?
Yep, I went Bludgeon Brothers too.
I want to see the Usos beat the record that the New Day just beat from, what was it, Demolition?
Yep, it was Demolition.
Yeah. Fucking weirdos.
Honestly,
like that's some shit that's going on in your parents' bedroom and you have no idea.
Honestly, wasn't really a big fan of Team Demolition. I didn't really think
they grossed me out. They're like 40-year-old fucking guys wearing like, what do you even call that? It reminds me of that the movie Dodgeball where they got the wrong gear.
Yeah.
The guy's got the necklace that says "Daddy." You must be Daddy. It's an old guy.
I remember that.
So the next one we go into is Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's title.
Please, finally give Nia what she fucking deserves, like what she's worked so hard for. She would fucking cry her eyes out, man. Like, if WrestleMania doesn't let Nia Jax win that, then if I was Nia, I would just leave and kill it in the indies. Like, right after that. Like, here's my fucking resignation.
Right.
She can do that, too. She is The Rock's cousin, after all.
Yeah, well, look how long The Rock got shit on until they made him The Rock. Rocky Maivia.
Right?
Die,
Yeah.
Rocky, die. Like, no... You know, the Samoans have the toughest time getting over in the beginning. Do I need
Look
to
what
say
they
Roman
did with
Reigns?
Umaga. You know what I mean? By the time he finally got his chance to shine, he died.
Yep, in his sleep.
Mm-hmm. That's a fucked up way to go out. Can you imagine, finally working so hard, busting your ass, repackaging yourself, making
And then you die as Jamal.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's like, hey, your partner Rosie got released, so we can hire you back because we don't want people thinking 3-minute warnings together again. But you're gonna die in like 2 years, okay? All right, cool.
I loved Rosie's thing with the hurricane where he was the shit. He was the superhero in training.
Yeah, I loved that too, man.
And The Rock shows back up and he's like, "Who are you supposed to be, the Hamburglar?"
Yeah, he kept calling him the Hamburglar all the time. And calling him Grimace. He called the Hurricane Hamburglar and him Grimace.
Man.
I remember that.
I love this. I love the shit.
Superhero in training is amazing.
Alright. So the next match we go to Rusev Day versus Bobby Roode versus Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton.
If Rusev loses, we riot.
You got Rusev just like back to back.
I swear, like, Russia's gonna invade us. If we don't...
I picked
Rusev
Jinder
Day,
because I know Vince likes
everywhere.
Jinder.
I'm a Bobby Roode fan big time, but they just
I'm a
need to
Bobby Roode
push him
fan.
to the world title picture.
I ain't liking what they're doing with Bobby right now in the WWE.
Nah, he needs to start getting like #1 contenders matches after this whole Nakamura and AJ thing plays out.
Yeah, I mean, what if James Storm comes back and Bobby Roode and James Storm get back together and have beer money in WWE?
Nah, they won't do beer money. They won't let them. They'll make it something else like money and explicit content.
Yeah.
Oh, how about Rainbows and Butterfly Incorporated?
Oh yeah. Why don't we just name it TJ Perkins?
Oh, don't even get me started what they're doing with TJ Perkins, dude.
Poor guy.
I know, right?
Let me tell you something. TJ is so he's like so active on, I like to call it Twatter.
He is.
Twatter.
Yeah, like he answers me. Like he answers everybody. Like he's very he stays very true to his fans. He doesn't put himself on that pedestal. He acts like he's one of everyone else. Like he's no better or less than. He's got a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Humility.
Yeah, I wish more people would be like that. Right, Cody? Just saying.
I
You know,
don't think so. I can't wait until they figure that shit out and it just finally becomes something.
Yeah, me too, man. That cruiserweight division, people have been sleeping on that cruiserweight division for so long.
And the tournament was what picked it back up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, if WWE is doing anything right, it's these tournaments.
Yeah, it seems like they care more about the tournaments than the initial shows. Like, what the hell?
I want to see Abby Lath come back.
Right?
She was incredible in the Mae Young Classic.
What's
You know, like there are people now that I never knew about in the indies that now I'm going over there and I'm checking them out.
Or Bianca Belair. I like her too.
I fucking hate her. Let me whip you with my ponytail.
I mean, if she was to get completely repackaged, I mean, because I'm seeing a lot of potential in her moveset, you know? Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the hair, but, I mean, look what they did with Ember.
Yeah,
you know?
maybe if she came out with Will Smith and they fucking had some kind of iRobot entrance together, takeover, maybe I'll be a fan. But until then, fuck Bianca Belair.
I mean, look what they did with Ember, right? She was she was originally an Amazon female in Reality of Wrestling.
She can still climb my vines.
She can swing off my vine anytime she wants to. Just saying. okay, Kevin Shaw's gonna be a little mad at this. I'm not keeping it PG, so I gotta keep it PG.
Kevin Shaw's not even PG anymore.
He's not a big fan of the PG shit either, huh?
He was our last hope of a better world, and now we're fucked.
Yeah, he's like, you know what? I guess you could say, no pun intended, he got consumed.
We'll move on from that now. So,
Let's do
then we
it.
go into Braun Strowman and his mystery partner versus the Buyer for the Raw Tag Team titles.
You mean Braun and Brains?
Sure.
See, I didn't hear what he said. I didn't hear what he said. It is like when he came out, because I thought he said like Bryant or something like that. And then I saw it on YouTube, and it said Braun and Brains Strowman, and I fucking laughed even harder.
Right?
Like,
He looked like he could have been in the right two censor. Like he actually dressed up in that type of.
Pretty much. Who do you think's gonna be
But
his
like
partner, though? First of all,
back to the right to censor, they were the best heels ever. Cause I fucking wanted to jump through the TV and shoot them.
I hate right to censor. Their music was annoying. They were annoying.
It wasn't even music.
Yeah, it really wasn't. But that's what made it so great. You know what I mean? We had the Godfather give up his all his hoes and stuff.
The
and
good
I'm
father.
the good father now.
You think we could ever hate the Godfather? I never thought.
right?
And freaking Val Venus, he gave that
Val
up
Penis.
too. The one that literally almost got his dick chopped off by the Japanese mafia.
The Triumph. Takamichinoku.
Oh. No, don't even get me started on the light heavyweight division. That's almost that people slept on that like they are the cruiserweight division.
Yeah, X-Pac was my favorite light heavyweight.
Him and S.A. Rios were my favorite.
Oh man, we wouldn't have Lita if it wasn't for him.
Man,
True.
I forget that.
I
People
love,
forget S.A. Rios entirely.
and that's sad too because he truly was Lucha. You know what I mean?
Yeah, his finisher was sick. Like he'd literally make you think that you were gonna powerbomb him, and then he'd flip the script on you.
Yeah, I remember playing that on No Mercy back in the
Yeah,
day.
that's my favorite game of all time.
I love that wrestling game. They just don't make them like that anymore.
Nope.
Now they're just focusing too much on realism and stuff. And they're like, hey, there's 40 million glitches in this one. Oh, well, who cares? Let's just have 40 million in one. As long as it looks well. I mean, sweaty guys, you know, it just looks so good.
WrestleMania 2000 was really good too.
That was a hard fucking game.
I know, but I just remember the block bodies where they're like, and they're always moving.
Yeah. Man, that was a hard fucking game, especially when you, like, the further up you got, and then when you were facing the big names, like Gangrel and Edge, and it was easy fighting Mosh and Thrasher and stuff like that. But when you got to, like, the names like Triple H and Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold, they will wreck you. You had to be
Can you
careful.
believe that they actually brought the headbangers back in modern day?
Yeah, I mean, I saw that, and I was like, dude, is this the 90s, or what the fuck is going on? What?
I thought I'd be excited, like, if that ever happened. I thought I'd be excited if Badass Billy Gunn and Road Dogg came back. And then it happened. And Road Dogg's music hit. Oh, you didn't know? You better call somebody. And I was just like,
It's like, what the fuck, right?
I know,
make
right?
this stop.
Yeah, and did you honestly, Road Dogg and Billy Gunn in that ring, they moved like they were bleeding out or something. I don't know. I can't explain it. Like penguins can walk more straight than they were.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, dude, what are you guys doing?
My girlfriend has made me watch a couple episodes of Total Divas. I'm not afraid to admit that. And one of them that I saw was where Road Dogg, is he's behind the scenes, backstage. He's part of the creative and stuff like that. And he was like talking to the women, and I was just like, wow, he's a dick.
Yeah.
I can't lie. If I had the WWE Network again, I'd watch Total Divas as well. Can't lie. I know. Where's your balls, son? But oh well, I don't care. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I watch Total Divas.
All right. Back
Anyway.
on topic.
Yeah.
Quiet.
His Tiger's like, okay, we're back to topic now.
Maybe. So who do you think is actually going to be Braun Strowman's tag team partner, first of all, and who do you think's going to win the Raw tag title match?
I'm gonna go with the rumor, Dean Ambrose.
It could be interesting.
Oh, dude.
I personally want Samoa Joe as his partner.
Fuck Samoa Joe.
His match with Daniel
I'm only
Bryan,
saying that because he's only doing two things. Like, his whole moveset is the Coquina clutch and that Insiguri in the corner. And he's not doing all the stuff that, we love watching him wrestle for.
Ain't that the truth? Like, and he wasn't really the best promo cutter anyway to begin with, but his stuff he used to do back in ROH, Tiger, I'm telling you, if you watch his ROH shit, you're gonna be like, what happened, Samoa Joe?
Hey man, a sweat drop speaks 1,000 words.
Could always be Nation of Violence. Again.
Yeah, please. The only things I've seen from Joe is his stint in WWE and TNA. So,
his Nation of Violence gimmick was just so bad. What are you doing with that machete in your hand, dude? What are you doing?
I can't believe he sweats more than Shane McMahon coming, now in his 50s or whatever, just getting to the ring.
I'm not
more
gonna.
than Shane McMahon and Mark Henry combined, just getting to the ring.
I'm not a big fan of Shane's punches. I want to point that out. They look so potato punches. Like,
did you catch that little video where it said it's still real to me, and Shane's not even close to connecting? It's like the worst ever.
Yeah, his punches just look. It. Honestly, Shane McMahon, he's a good talker. He's a good hype guy, but his punches look so weak. His punches look really weak.
But in the Attitude Era, you were fired up for that shit.
Yeah, I enjoyed him in the Attitude Era. When he got kendoed off the top of that Titantron, my jaw dropped.
His match with Kurt Angle, his match with Test. His matches with Test were fucking great.
agreed.
I have to see a couple of more of those. It's been a while since I've really watched wrestling again, so I got to go back in there and watch it.
So do you think?
I really hope that he's not even in that much of the match, in the tag match. I hope it's fucking 90% Daniel Bryan.
It'll most likely be.
I saw him in a little video where he did his first backflip in the ring in 10 years. He was just kind of working it out by himself. And he ran up the turnbuckle and did a backflip. He attempted it 3 times. Third time, he lands it and he goes, "Damn! Haven't done that 3 years." And that just fired me up. That one little backflip. I was like, yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I was watching a lot of his older stuff, and I'm telling you what, his match with Sheamus Osunzi back in Evolve, his match with Samoa Joe, that Iron Man match when he was the underdog going in there, and the fact, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it yet, the fact that he was able to go toe to toe with the best the Ring of Honor had, and they got a draw, that said a lot.
I was actually on Atlas Talks Wrestling. I brought up Daniel Bryan's match with AJ Styles at Ring of Honor.
I gotta watch that one.
Ooh, it's good.
I have to check that out for sure.
Speaking
You'll be
of,
saying to yourself, is it wrong that I'm erect? Is it so wrong?
I feel violated, but around the same time, I don't know. I don't know whether to cry or be happy.
do you think Braun and Dean Ambrose, as your pick, are going to take the tag titles, or do you think the Bar's going to retain?
I think the Bar's going to retain. It's going to be awesome. We're going to get our laughs and our action, and we're going to be rooting for Braun and his partner probably, but the Bar, this chemistry is just on fucking point.
That's true.
This thing looks so stupid, but I haven't smoked a cigarette in 7 days. Looks like I'm downloading nicotine into my brain. Fucking flash drive.
You'll be like that one commercial, The Truth About Tobacco commercial. You have a little square mouth.
Beep.
Okay, KO and Sami Zayn versus Daniel and Shane. You got for that one?
Wait, what about the motherfucking dark side? How?
He's there.
I was cooking some chicken, man.
Did you make me that roast beef sandwich?
Do you really want it?
No, I really don't.
I got a neighbor who has a dog. I could go find some shit.
I fucking hate mayonnaise, so yeah, hold the mayo. Anyway, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. I think they're. I think Daniel Bryan returning, like, he can't lose. Like, fuck Shane McMahon, whatever, but Daniel Bryan, just to circle him, cannot lose. I think Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are gonna pop up on Raw after that. Back on Raw.
That's consensus between you three. I picked KO and Sammy to win it, but with Shane turning on Daniel.
With Shane turning on Daniel?
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you say behind that?
It's just a rumor I've seen in dirt sheets that Shane could end up turning on Daniel Bryan.
But why do you think he'd do it? Like, he'd have to kind of give his reason the next week.
I think the reason mainly would be that Daniel was so supportive of Kevin and Sammy for so long over the last 6 months or however long that he just had enough of it. And
now he actually can put his hands on him. Like, in the past, he was restricted. So, yeah, that's a good point.
Then you got Angle and Rousey versus Triple H and Steph.
I'll say again.
Sleeper match.
Shovel.
I'll be probably going to cook some food during that match or something, So I just have no interest in it whatsoever. It's gonna be a botch fest.
Kurt Angle wrestle again.
Yeah, it will be fun to see Kurt Angle in the ring again.
I want to see Kurt Angle versus Daniel Bryan, like, so bad.
That would be awesome.
Has that ever fucking happened?
I don't think so.
That's my WrestleMania dream match.
Nice. So we all agreed that Kurt Angle and Rousey are winning the match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't tag Ronda Rousey in, please. Just leave her to stand there.
Yeah, right.
I mean, have her just do this in the crowd, like Paige does, because she's injured. But just pretend she can't wrestle anymore, and Paige can kind of wrestle. So just have her just go, yay, let's go. I can't go in the ring because I can't wrestle or shoot a promo.
We don't know if she could wrestle yet.
I'm pretty sure she can't. I mean, I saw that botched Samoa drop she did. That was bad.
It actually looked like it had more impact because she did it wrong.
Right?
Yeah, I liked the belly-to-belly suplex that she did to Triple H, though.
I like that fucking toss she did to Dana Brooke. That's the only thing that keeps faith in her for me.
Yeah, her 10-second match with Dana Brooke was okay. I'm just looking forward to seeing, is she going to prove a lot of people wrong? Is she going to prove me wrong? Is she going to prove a lot of people that don't think she can wrestle wrong? So let's just see.
We shall see.
We'll have her in the street like Conor McGregor throwing stuff at people, get mad.
Well, in my opinion, Ronda's going to end up being the one to end the undefeated streak of the next woman we're about to discuss. Asuka going against Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's title.
Oh, I've been waiting for this. You guys go first.
Yeah, we all picked Asuka to win.
Yep. And I said fucked up thing would be for them to have Carmelo cash in on Asuka. That'd be fucked up. I'd be pissed.
That's what I was going to say, but that's what I'm kind of counting on. So,
Yo, hold on a second. I got to update. I got to interrupt. See, I want to show you all how dinner's supposed to be looking. You see that right there? Can you see it?
Uh-huh.
Looks delicious.
It looks good.
We making a wrap too, right?
That's how you cook some fucking chicken.
Nice.
Just
making a chicken
fry
wrap?
that shit.
That is Busta approved.
All right.
Come, I'll cook you up a plate, $10.99.
How are you gonna charge more than the network?
Right?
By a whole $1. Whoop-de-doo.
Yep.
You get more out of this. You'll get more out of this.
That better be some banging chicken for $10.99.
I'll let you watch the network while you eat the chicken, but once you're done, you get the fuck out. Unless you want to pay $10.99 more.
Nice.
Wait, once you're done watching the network, or once you're done with the chicken?
Once you're done with the chicken, how can
Fuck
you?
that.
It would take years. Network. I'd be feeding you chicken. I'd go fucking broke.
Just let me watch the Royal Rumble where The Rock and the Big Show got out almost at the same time.
Which one was that?
That's my favorite Royal Rumble.
That 2000?
Yeah, that was 2000.
Or we can watch the
99.
one where Vince McMahon literally tears both quads at the same time and can't get out of the ring.
Yeah, that was.
He got so pissed off, he threw his jacket down, tore his quad. He goes under the rope, tears his quad, and then he's yelling at them, and he goes to get up and tears his other quad.
And then I got to see Cena lose on top of it. It was fucking great.
To the animal.
Almost as funny as when Kevin Nash just walks to the ring, does his pose, and then tears his quad when he's doing his pose. That's how you.
Well, I did hear a rumor from somewhere that Batista could potentially be Braun Strowman's partner too.
Be cool.
You know what else is a big talk? What if Bobby Lashley cost Brock the Universal title?
That would be awesome.
That would be sick.
Who you got between Asuka and Charlotte anyway?
Half of me wants to say that's sick, and half of me doesn't want to see Brock anymore.
Right?
I'm just tired of part-timers coming in WWE all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's half the money problem right there. That's why they had to get rid of Pyro, because of part-timers. Guys
Nothing
like The Rock.
pissed me off more than them firing their loyal, long-time music man and getting
Jim
rid of
Johnson.
Pyro.
Yeah,
Right.
dude. I mean...
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, steel chair house to the head and blood.
Yeah. And Pyro.
And
Yep.
Pyro, yeah. Emphasize on the Pyro, Josh Peck style.
I mean, to be honest, that's what makes a lot of the entrances, because they don't look the same. Like, AJ Styles' entrance doesn't look right. Brock
Well,
Do
Yeah,
you remember
exactly.
being a little kid and Kane's blast hit and you never knew when it was going to hit and it's
Exactly.
the shit out of you?
Yeah. I mean, hell, remember was I
Mr.
literally the
Pants.
only... Remember the time where you thought it was going to explode in the entranceway and exploded in the ring and scared the living shit out of the referee and everybody in there?
Like, Undertaker's entrance could have went without the big flame shooting up, but Kane needs that blast.
Yes, he does.
Does anyone remember when Undertaker used to come out and lightning struck the ring instead? When
Oh,
he was
yeah.
back in the day?
Yep.
That
You know,
was...
there was one video game that had such a sick part that I wish they really did it, because obviously they thought of it, where, I don't know who you were, but you go to leave and a fucking huge bolt of lightning hits the ramp and flames shoot up and you fly back.
Yeah, I remember that too. I can't remember the exact game, but I do know exactly what you're talking about.
I think it was like SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 or something like that.
Something like that, yeah, but I liked it. I remember the time where they did the botched entrances. Remember? Booker T goes flying and he hurts himself. That's hilarious.
I didn't know it was about funding at first with the pyro. I thought it was, Jeff Hardy fucking got missile tickled. That shit fucked him all up when those little missiles come out and they all hit him. Undertaker lit his coat on fire burned himself on the way to the chamber. I thought it was a health thing,
Right.
safety.
Nope. Money.
Yep, it was money because they were using the vast majority of their money for their part-timers. Guys like The Rock, who was never there when he was champion, which was fucked up. Just want to say that. Brock Lesnar. They don't really need Lesnar. Yeah, he's a good draw. Don't get me wrong, but get rid of some of these part-timers. That's what Punk's issue was. You know what I mean? Get rid of
I can
these
just picture the phone call. Vince is like, "Hey, Rock, I'm gonna need you. We'll give you half of John Cena's T-shirt sales if you just make one appearance. You're hired.
Again. It's like, okay, I want creative control, and I want to be able to say fuck, and I want to bleed whoever the hell I want to, and I get to bury whoever I feel
because
like.
you have the network. Because we have the network, we can literally, we get what we wanted. We could go back in time and watch those matches with the blood and the chair shots to the head and the pyro and everything like that. You know, we could kind of relive that. I don't want to see fucking Shawn Michaels come back with a rapist haircut and, you know, try to fucking cut a promo. I love him. I love what he was. But it'll hurt me. It'll make me sad deep inside to just see him, you know, to see these guys come out and try to be what they were for one night. When Hulk Hogan comes out and called the Superdome the Silver Dome at WrestleMania, like, I don't want to see that shit.
Right.
Honestly, I'm going to tell you the truth right here. Hogan's relevance has been dead since he went to TNA with Eric Bischoff. Just saying. He lost a majority of his credibility when that happened. Hate to say it. Sorry, but just speaking my mind.
Yeah, well, while we're on that TNA subject, Abyss lost his credibility with me when he did his little I'm Joseph Park, no I'm not, I'm Abyss. Then he started doing the face paint thing and stopped wearing the mask. That just killed Abyss for me entirely.
Yeah, and I did like the whole Decay thing that they had going on. They had a chance to do something.
The only reason why I like that is because they had the deletion thing at the compound.
Yeah, that was great, man.
You got the Broken Hardys versus Decay. That's the only thing that made Decay that cool.
What killed TNA in general for me was when they were doing the they thing. They were building up this they stuff. Like, oh, we got this big faction coming, not realizing, hey, they were already here to begin with.
Yeah.
I hate companies that do that.
It's terrible. The only thing that they're getting right in TNA, nothing else. The only thing that they're getting right in TNA that I fucking love is Rosemary.
Yeah, they're getting that Knockouts division is still pretty solid.
Face.
Can you imagine the kind of weird stuff you could do with someone like that?
Probably involves a lot of candle wax.
And a lot of her spitting blood in your face. Just saying.
Hey, I'd rather it be her than Gangrel. Ew.
Oh, hell no. Ew. Okay, bad picture. Okay.
Gangrel had meth face.
He had something face. We'll go with that. Okay, sorry about that, Tiger. We kind of took over.
Yeah, it happens.
I have ADHD.
Me too.
What do you got, Asuka, like the rest of us do to beat Charlotte?
So yeah, Asuka to beat Charlotte. Asuka to beat Charlotte. And Asuka's hurt. You know, she just fucking probably went a grueling match with her. Her legs probably fucked up from the figure eight, or whatever else. And Carmelo takes advantage of that. And not only does she win the title for the first time, she breaks the streak and they push the shit out of her. And then you set up Asuka's not completely dead in the water because then you got Asuka versus Carmelo.
I'd be
I can see
interested.
Vince doing it, but I hope not.
I really hope not either. I'd be pissed if you end the streak that way. You know what I mean?
I hate ghetto bitches, but Carmella's growing on me.
Yeah, honestly, Carmella is kind of growing on me too. Now that she's finally, now that they're finally not making her look like a pussy and actually doing something with her, actually capitalizing on this. You guys remember when Enzo, Cass, and Carmella all came up, right? And they started pushing the shit out of all three of them. I think they're kind of like pushing. Ever since when Carmella went to Smackdown after the whole split with Enzo and Cass, I think they kind of lost direction with what they wanted to do with her. Now,
What the hell are they gonna do with Cass when he comes back?
Ooh, I really or Big Ass.
What if Cass came back and won the came back for the Battle Royal? He was a surprise entrant and he won it.
That'd be pretty sick. I really hope they do something with him, because I feel this is their second chance with Test, like they did with Test. I feel he's their modern day Test.
He is their modern day Test. You're right.
Yep, because may as well just say Big Test, because the guy has so much. That's not necessarily a bad thing either, because Test had so much potential, and he could do so much. He should have been world champion at least 4 times over. But because he was a loyal guy and he always stuck with them, and his own stupidity during his own push, steroids, gotta love him. But because of that, he just it kind of fizzled out and it sucked. I just really hope they do something with Cass.
There's a rumor that'll be going by Colin Cassidy when he returns as well.
I hope so, because this whole dropping the first name or last name bullshit, it's stupid.
Hate it.
No,
Right.
now
Hate
Apollo
it.
Crews,
Which will.
Apollo now.
Apollo.
Cesaro. What's next? Titus. Now Titus O'Neil is known as Titus now, pretty much. And it's like, what are you guys doing? Now Biggie Langston dropped his last name he's now Big E.
Yeah, so fucking stupid.
Next, we're just gonna see Balor, Rollins.
Pretty
Cass
much.
might lose
Crazy.
the.
Yeah, it'd be Miz or Brooke or Dana.
Moving along, how about Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles?
Ooh. Are we gonna see 2 gooks in a row? Japan is gonna take over WrestleMania.
I agree.
Hope so.
That's why I really kind of want to see Carmella do what nobody else wants to see her do, because Shinsuke and Asuka, and then you see Carmella take it from, so Carmella kind of goes, she's the featured star of the women at the end of the night, rather than it be, I don't know. I think, Nakamura won the Rumble. The majority of people who win the Rumble end up going on and winning the title.
True.
It's very rare that you go through all that, you win the Royal Rumble, and then you don't win the big one.
Yeah, it is very rare. It happens, but it's very rare.
Yeah.
All the people that have won the Rumble, I think only 20% of them failed, right?
Yeah, it's 85% that have went on and won the big one.
Yeah, so that would mean
50.
Jericho failed when he did it. Everyone was expecting him to win. So Jericho failed, but this is different because this is the first Japanese wrestler to win.
And Jericho's one of the few that could lose and still be over as fuck and make it look good.
Oh yeah, that dude can literally take a shit in the ring and that would be over with it.
Yeah, right. The shit of Jericho, and then people be buying it on eBay.
I could picture that too.
Okay. So I'm gonna go quick with the last 2 things. Got to go through them real quick because Hall of Fame starts here in a couple minutes. So
Ooh.
Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, Universal title.
I don't want anybody to win, but
Yeah, right. I want Seth Rollins to have the Money in the Bank again and cash in.
yeah, right. He just magically gets it.
Yeah.
I want Carmelo to cash in on both of them.
There you go.
I want a double clothesline draw. Imagine Carmella cashed in for if they both because only 2 guys like that could knock each other completely out. Do some crazy spot that they're just done. And then Carmella comes in, you hear F-A-B-O. Really?
I will die if that actually happens.
And then Braun's like, I want you.
But no, we all know Roman Reigns is walking out as champion.
It's very obvious.
Now, what I'd like to see that has been rumored is actually see Paul Heyman turn on Brock Lesnar and side with Roman Reigns. That would be interesting.
That'd be very interesting.
Yeah,
He's
dude.
been due for a heel turn for so long.
Right?
Yeah, and I can just picture it because I saw this these reimagines because there's some universe modes that I watch, some universe YouTubers. I've seen people actually put Roman Reigns in as a Paul Heyman guy. He ditched the Shield stuff, and he had his Samoan back when he was in FCW. Actually, he had his FCW gear.
Oh, where he was Leakey and he was just wearing the little the Romix.
Yeah, that was it. And he kicked ass. And he teamed up with the Usos and Rikishi. He turned on Rikishi and attacked them and stuff. It was crazy.
By the way, if Romig ends up watching this, boy, I'm gonna buy you some tights. They're actually put some pants on.
Right?
We
don't know how to watch, but yeah.
Yeah, it pains me to say it, but I'm gonna go with Reigns. And for Heyman to turn, that could make it very interesting. That was a good point. Missed the
I'd
bust.
love to see it. I don't know that it'll happen, but I'd love to see it.
Yeah, because there's been a rumor that he's going to have another Paul Heyman guy or potentially a Paul Heyman girl.
Ronda.
Yep.
Ronda needs something because her skills on the mic suck.
All right. So
Well,
the last thing.
I was saying last night, Paul seems to like UFC people.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The last thing to ask about, what do you think John Cena is actually going to be doing tomorrow night? Sunday night.
I think he's going to be in the crowd, sitting in a seat, showing his ticket, and Taker's going to ride down that ramp on a motorcycle.
Nice.
Or, even better, to add to that, they're going to have a Kid Rock live performance, and Undertaker's just going to drive his bike while he plays American Badass.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Hopefully
And then Undertaker could talk. Undertaker, because he's the American Badass, he could talk so much shit. He could just be himself. And he could be like, get your little bitch ass in the ring. I'm going to make you famous.
Definitely.
Or they could do a swerve and you can hear Limp Bizkit's rolling instead.
Man, I like me some Limp Bizkit, but Kid Rock's there, so that's what they'll fucking...
Good point, good point.
If Limp Bizkit was going into the Hall of Fame...
Please no. Please no. Not Fred. Please leave Fred out of it, though.
Maybe we'll see a hologram of Joe C. Does anybody remember Joe C., the little midget that used to rap with Kid Rock?
Yeah, I remember him. Wasn't that his son or something?
No, he's just he was a grown man. He was just fucking midget.
Ah, good point.
He had a disease.
Oh yeah.
That's what he actually died from.
See what happens.
Kind of like Vern, Schwer.
Yeah, but Vern's just a midget. This dude had like some type of like sick disease.
Yeah, that sucks.
All this talk about disease is making me want
Of course, the disease.
Eat some.
But anyways, look forward to seeing what happens with John Cena. I'm kind of hoping that they have the match, but we'll see if it happens.
I hope they don't pull a Rock Cena
this Sunday or if they just build to
Me
next.
and Rick we're sitting here eating pizza, just waiting as Cena keeps talking and like we're like, come on! We just looked at each other, just the most disappointed faces ever.
Right?
But
You were
Rick's
like
I
that
guess I'm
one.
just gonna go on home.
You were like that one Hercules gift. Disappointed.
But
Hey.
that's our predictions.
Yep, those are our predictions for NXT Takeover and WrestleMania. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Any last words from you? 2, 3? There's Darkseid. Okay.
Fuck you guys. I'm going to eat some chicken.
Enjoy.
Fuck you too, buddy. Funny guy.
I guess I'll just say something completely random because I'm cool like that. Fuck the revival.
Ah, damn. But anyways, for Busta Boy, The Dark Side, Jason Atlas, this has been Tiger Talks Wrestling, NXT Takeover New Orleans, and WrestleMania 34 prediction show. Make sure you guys tune in to the next Tiger Talks Wrestling next Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time as I have DBW star Cyrus on the show. We're out of
Tony, I'll put it in your fucking mouth.
here. Peace.
Chicken.